AI agents are transforming the way we interact with technology. We aren't just talking about chatbots anymore. Think of smart assistants that can actually do things for you by connecting to different tools and services. But with great power comes great responsibility, especially when it comes to security. Let's learn how these agents can be built with security in mind. When we talk about tool calling in AI agents, we are dealing with two main types of tools. Unauthenticated tools, those that you usually don't need to authenticate to gain access to, like calculators or weather APIs. Authenticated tools, the ones that you need credentials to access, like Google Calendar or Slack. In an enterprise environment, you can go further and divide the authenticated tools into two categories. First-party tools. These are the services that are part of the same infrastructure and require authentication, like an API provided by another internal application or a microservice. Third-party tools. These are external services that require more complex authentication. They could be services that are authenticated using a service account or an API key, like a payment API, or services that need to be authenticated by the end user, such as Gmail, Calendar, Slack, or Google Drive. With tool calling, the possibilities are endless. Imagine an AI personal assistant that has access to multiple tools to help you stay organized and efficient. This assistant could connect to Gmail and scan your inbox to generate summaries on email threads, for example. It could also highlight urgent emails and categorize conversations by importance. It could even draft quick replies for you to send after a review. Your assistant would also have access to Slack and monitor Slack channels to identify key messages and create action items for you, ensuring that you never miss an important update from your colleagues. It could go even further and connect with Google Drive to retrieve pertinent documents on demand and even create new documents based on your instructions. In this scenario, the AI agent embodies a digital personal secretary, one that not only processes information, but also proactively collates data from connected services to provide a comprehensive task management. This can provide a tailor-made experience to each user. Okay, so we are talking about giving AI agents real abilities, connecting them to all sorts of tools. Exciting, right? But there is a really important question that we have to ask. Is this actually secure? Building this assistant is not that difficult. There are many frameworks that can help you get started fast. The difficult part is doing it securely so that you can protect the user's data and credentials. Many current solutions involve storing credentials and secrets in the AI agent application's environment, or letting the agent impersonate the user. Imagine writing your username and password down in a sticky note and giving it to your robot assistant. Storing credentials securely in the environment might work for APIs that require API keys or service accounts. However, this is not a good idea for cases where the end user needs to authenticate to a service, as it can lead to security vulnerabilities and excessive scope and access for the AI agent. The bottom line is this: we absolutely cannot give AI agents unchecked direct access to our sensitive data and credentials. We need a smarter, safer way to manage this. When you build an AI agent, you need to consider all its other security implications as well. You don't want an LLM to have unlimited access to your personal data, like email and documents, and more importantly, you don't want to provide your credentials to the LLM to access these tools. Let's face it, regardless of how secure the LLM is, there is always a possibility of it getting manipulated into divulging sensitive information or doing something that you don't want it to do. This is where Auth0 steps in to make things secure. Think of Auth0 as a super smart middleman standing between your AI assistant and all of the tools they need to use. Auth0 handles all of the authentication stuff by giving out access tokens that can have just the right permissions you've set up. This means that your AI agent never sees the actual login credentials. It just talks to Auth0 to get what it needs, which also means that your AI agent only needs to know how to talk to Auth0, not every single service it wants to use. And spoiler alert, Auth0 is launching a new product called Auth0 Can Help You. It will provide easy ways to implement secure tool calling in Gen AI applications by leveraging OAuth and OpenID Connect. Subscribe to be the first to know more about it. Now, back to the original programming. Let's think back to an authenticated first-party API. When your AI agent, secured with Auth0, needs to call another application also secured with Auth0, you can use the standard Auth0 flows, like the authorization code flow, to get an API token from that application with the user consent. But things get even more interesting when your AI agent, secured with Auth0, wants to call external services like Gmail, Calendar, Slack, or Google Drive. Auth0 can handle that too. By acting as a broker, Auth0 can help your AI agent get access tokens from external servers on behalf of the end user. This is made possible by Federated API Token Exchange. Complicated name, but simple idea. It means you only need to give permission once to connect your external accounts to Auth0. The end user authenticates and connects the external service once, and Auth0 intermediates the authentication and authorization process. And then it provides the API access token to the AI agent. Auth0 takes care of storing refresh tokens and getting new access tokens when the current access token expires. So whether it's your tools inside of your company or popular services you use every day, Auth0 can act as the secure bridge connecting your AI agents to the tools they need without compromising your security or making things too complicated. Before you go, let me remind you of some key security best practices to keep in mind when building an AI agent that interacts with tools. Use the least privilege principle. Only give your agent the permission it absolutely needs. Think read-only when possible. Remember to trust but verify. Keep track of what your agent is doing by logging API calls and credential usage. Use a proxy. Let an identity provider like Auth0 handle the sensitive stuff between your agent and tools. Always encrypt your credentials and regularly rotate those API keys and tokens. And finally, remember to use Sandbox. Run tools in an isolated environment whenever possible to limit damage from leaks. Building AI agents with tool calling capabilities doesn't have to be a security nightmare. With our upcoming Auth0 Can Help You product, you can create powerful, secure integrations that protect your users' data. If you want to learn more, you can join us at the Auth0 Lab Discord server and make sure to subscribe to the channel to learn more on how to secure your Gen AI applications. On a last note, remember to check out the description of the video for some very useful links. And I catch you on the next one.